So I am the group HR manager for Reed Boardall. So we transport frozen and chilled products across the UK, biggest in the industry. Yeah, so my role as group HR manager is basically just aligning the needs of the business with the people. I definitely wanted them to be more self-sufficient so that they'd need less support from HR. So I think they're frightened of making the wrong decision a lot of the time. So I really needed them to just be a lot more self-sufficient, and that's definitely worked. Less dependent on HR, more willing to embrace change, and being a lot more confident and capable to manage difficult conversations. I'm finding a lot less of the same question and a lot more enthusiasm to get involved in more. So, for example, we've had one of the managers who has actively put herself forward to deal more with HR related meetings, so disciplinaries, grievances. That's something we really struggle with, to get volunteers to do that. And I think, again, it's because they're so afraid of making wrong decisions. But we've had more volunteers putting themselves up because I think they feel more confident to do so. Yeah, because there's such a divide, I think, between transport and cold store. They don't think that they are working towards the same goal a lot of the time. There tends to be a lot of where they think they're working for different businesses. And while, they're separate entities, we are all one business. So I think having a mix of BBM, transport and cold store, it has everyone's learned a little bit about what everyone does, which I think is always good, and how like certain roles feed into another, which they probably didn't before. So I definitely think it's helped that teamwork piece. And there was people who I didn't think would work very well in a team, and they have. I think just quite broad, but I think that I wasn't expecting so much shift so soon, and I was definitely expecting a lot of grumbling after that they didn't find it helpful. And not because that's how they felt, but I think just because they didn't want to admit that they did actually need the training. And everyone has said that they definitely benefited from it, and there was things that they thought they knew and they didn't. So you guys have been fantastic. I didn't feel that I needed to be change much, to be honest. We had that initial call, and I think you took everything that I said and you just basically tailor-made a training program for everything that we required, really. I think there was just like a couple of tiny little tweaks, but you guys did a really good job. I didn't really need to do a lot, to be honest. Various training providers that have reached out to us, and I just don't think that they compare, to be honest. You've just made everything so easy.